So we did this big accent wall here, and that goes over to that putty color that I made. It sweeps around to the fireplace, and all this putty color, and back to the kitchen. So the kitchen looks so much nicer now. So that's that. So they're still in here putting down the floor. Here is the bathroom. Doors still have to be put on. They're moving in at noon. It is now 8:30. Bedroom. Here's the master. I still have some work to do. And it's to the wire. Hopefully they can get it done in time. My quickest turnover I've ever had to do. I usually have a few more days, at least a week. So hopefully they'll love it. I love this color in here too. So this color is the color that's in the accent wall in the living room with some added cream. That cream that is that big wall and that goes into the kitchen. Those paints actually I'd gotten from the town dump. So when I was there before dumping things, the people that work there, they set aside things that could be used, right? And people just pick them up for free, whether they would like them or not. So every time I'm there, I always look for scrap tin, nice pieces of wood, like 2x4s, of course, for paint. And I keep them, you know, even if they're about this much, because if I have all white paint, I can tin it with that much of whatever. I get lucky because I'm getting these really nice neutral colors instead of getting like lavenders and pinks and greens. I'm getting these really good gray colors, so which are in style now, so it works out. Fingers crossed. I'm saying some prayers. The flooring contractor is supposed to be here at 7. It's now 8:40. So you can check out the other videos from day 1 and day 2, and I have measurements and also pricing on the floor, so you can go back and check that out just to see how much, you know, this costs. This is a great alternative to just putting in like hardwood floors or tile floors. It's great for rentals because it's something that is pretty durable for wear and tear, and it's one of the least expensive options to do. And if you have wear and tear, it's quite easy to just take it out and replace it. But a lot of times, honestly, I get a lot of uses out of it because I get lucky with some really great, respectful people. So I got some time, and I'm gonna do a little bit of touch-ups on the trim because I did not get them painted. So I'm gonna get on it. I love just providing a sweet little happy home. A lot of people need to downsize and rent like this so they can focus and save for their dream home, and that's what a lot of people, a lot of tenants that I get are doing, and I just love to watch them on their journey. I love to provide them with a sweet little spot so they can just hunker down, focus on their finances, focus on their dreams, you know, where they want it. A lot of people are renovating houses nowadays, and I just think that's awesome. So while I'm waiting on the floormen to come, my floor installation crew, I'm just doing all the finishing touches. You saw that before this I was touching up the paint in the kitchen, and also now I'm just cleaning up everything, wiping down the windows, the ceiling fans, and sweeping and mopping. It is 9:45. We're not done yet. My flooring contractor is here, and he has started, and they're on it. Done everything I can. So far, I just need to sweep and mop at the end, and then I'm ready to hand over the keys. And God, it's getting so close to the wire. I am so nervous. This has been intense. It's been such a challenge. I've had a breakdown. I've had a vision. I've had a revision. We had a water leak yesterday. We had to get this connected. We took that out, and whoever took it out didn't turn the water main, so and that was one problem. So when the town came to turn on the water, so we can clean, and when he turned on the water main, it went everywhere. I had to quickly think. We had no towels on hand. My problem. And I had to quickly think and go find some towels before it got to the hall, because that floor needed to be dry for the adhesive for the flooring, the flooring. So that was intense. And then the second problem with that water was when it was turned on, I had detached the hose that goes from the dishwasher, because I had to pull that dishwasher out because it didn't work anymore. And I detached the hose. There was an attachment on, underneath the sink is the drainage valve. So there's like an elbow, and it had an attachment on top, a male piece. So I had to find a cap for that, and it wasn't a 1-inch, and it wasn't a 3/8 inch, and it had to be PVC. And at first somebody gave me a galvanized cap. I came all the way back. My plumber was like, no. And so I had to go find this cap. Well, I finally got a 1-inch and a 3/8 in PVC, but it wouldn't. It was either too big or too small. At that point, we had to reconfigure and think, what are we going to do to not have this, this open attachment? So what I had to do was we had to take out the whole back end of that system, that pipe underneath the sink, and just replace it with a brand new one, which was a good choice, because a lot of that stuff, there was so many different joints that had some metal pieces, metal, plastic, things like that. So they were gnarly and corroded anyway. So we just went ahead with a new system for that. That worked. And it was, $5 fix. Everything has been a huge blessing here. So everything hasn't been that expensive.
Thank you.